Welcome to Heritage Acres Homestead. I'm Chas. Here you'll find our family as we strive to live a life that pleases the Lord. We do our best to make the most out of what we've been given, so we'd like to invite you to come along and join us on our journey.
Hey y'all, welcome back. I wanted to share this with y'all today. It's going to be kind of a quick video, but I think it's very much worth the share. So this is my Instant Pot. I use it for three things. I use it for broth. I use it for yogurt. And I use it for boiling eggs, especially farm fresh eggs. They are just notoriously hard to boil and peel. Farm fresh eggs are just that, they're fresh. And eggs from the store can be weeks, if not months, old before you even purchase them. So finding a way to hard boil and peel farm fresh eggs was something kind of a challenge. I just avoided using any hard-boiled eggs at all if I could help it, because I did not like having so much loss. Like when you go to peel it, there would be so much of the white that would stay with the shell because it would just rip off, that I just avoided making them at all until now. So with my Instant Pot, I have an 8-quart. I think there's 5, 6, quarts too, but mine's an 8. Doesn't really matter. It's just a pressure cooker. And what I'm going to show you is how I do it. I'll show you each step and the final result. So the first thing I'm going to do, and you can do this with as many or as few eggs as you need. We're having a big family dinner this weekend, and I'm going to go ahead and get the eggs boiled, because I'm bringing deviled eggs. Because when you have, there's almost 30 here, and gosh, I don't know how many up there, at least 3 or 4 dozen up there. The hens have really started cranking them out, which I'm so glad, because we went through a big dry spell. So I'm going to bring deviled eggs, and I'm going to get these in the Instant Pot first thing. So the way I do it is I just I don't put a trivet. I used to put, do you say trivet or trivet? I say trivet, but I don't always say things properly. So I don't put a trivet in here anymore. I just lay the eggs in as gentle as possible, because you don't want any cracks. And it's okay if you fill the bottom up and some sits on top of each other. So, and with 30 eggs, that's what's going to happen. We have a pretty big family when everybody gets together, and deviled eggs are one of those things that you either love or hate. I have several in the family that love them, several in the family that do not love them. I enjoy them, but they have to be made right. Now, normally I make them the way my grandmothers made them, and that is with mayonnaise and relish or sweet pickles and paprika. But I've tinkered recently with making them spicy by adding some cowboy candy, which gives the heat and the sweet, the mayonnaise, and then sprinkling them with a little bit of cayenne pepper, or adding a little bit of sriracha inside the mayonnaise mixture too. But you can make them any way you want. I know some people make them with dill, just like dill pickles. And that seems so bizarre to me, because it was always a sweet pickle that we use. So, not to say that it would be bad. I'm sure it's tasty. It's just not how we make them. So, it's always a sweet pickle or a sweet relish, mayonnaise, and finish it off with some pretty paprika. Salt and pepper, of course, too. All right. So I'm going to move this over to the counter, get it plugged in, and show you what I do next, and I'll take you through each step. All right, I've got my Instant Pot over here plugged in. I'm gonna add a cup of water. That might be just a smidge over a cup. Then I'm going to add my lid. Make sure your vent is closed. Then I'm going to come up here to manual, and I'm going to put it at 7 minutes. And once that's done, I'll show you what's next. Okay, after the pressure builds, it will flip on and say how long you have to do. So we're doing 7 minutes, and then we're going to release the pressure, and then we'll get it right away into some cold water and cool these eggs down. All right, we've got the beep saying that the time is up. So pull this out and let the steam release. All right, now that the manual vent has been opened with the steam out, we're going to open the pot. It's going to be very hot, so I'm going to have to put you down. I'm going to transfer the whole insert with the eggs in it to my sink. All right, I've got the pot in here. It's still hot, so I'm going to run as cold water as I can get out of my tap over the eggs for several minutes. And once it fills up, I'm going to dump the water out, fill it up again. We're just wanting to cool these eggs off as quickly as we can. And then we're going to cool them off to the point where we can handle them. This is probably the last time I'm going to fill the pot up. And when I say fill it up, I mean I'm getting it up, the water up and over the eggs. Yeah, I can handle them now. Now we're gonna go to the table and start cracking. All right. So there's a tiny bit of warmth, but it's not much. And what I do is I bring the egg out and I peel it over the pot, because I just let the shells go right back into the pot, and then I use that water to water my plants because it has good vitamins and stuff, calcium. And then with the remainder of the shells, I put that straight back into the pig bucket. And that way they get calcium too. And if you don't have pigs, you could put with the chickens. Or if you don't have either, you could put it with your plants. They're good for plants. Just crush them up, put them straight on your plants. Look at that egg. Let's go ahead and do another one. But you saw how easy that was for me to peel. I didn't lose any of parts of the egg. And when you're making deviled eggs, I mean, like if you're making egg salad, you don't really care if the egg looks nice, but deviled eggs, you know, you're putting it on a tray, so you want it to look good. Ooh, so slippery. There we go. And I'll just keep this up. So I'll take this leftover water, I'll fill up my pot, my little watering pot here, and I will water all my plants inside, and then probably will have even enough to give them a second watering. But then these shells will go into the compost bucket. They're great. Like I said, if you don't have animals, you can feed them back to your animals, you know, your pigs, your ducks or chickens or whatever. Or if you don't have animals, you can just put them in your compost. Or if you have a worm bin, like I talked about this past summer, great to put in your worm bin too. So there you go. I hope that's helpful, and that if you've had trouble boiling and peeling hard-boiled eggs, now you've got a solution. So thanks for being here, y'all.